Hello, it's Friday tea time. And I forgot how much I enjoy trolling chat with the Potu. The first time I did it, I did not explain what was going on. The reaction was priceless. Also, yes, I did not break my camera. Dropping it. Excuse me. So Kitty Cam is back. Such as it is. It's my very classy bath towel curtain with a cat behind it. And these things happen. I'm sure he'll settle at some point. But what we have open, as you may remember from a past stream or not, is our Bin Chicken Ranger, where I was like, what do crossbows look like? And had to Google it. I had forgotten completely that you guys had made me draw, what did you guys make me draw? It's not a hagfish. It's something else. And now I can't remember what it's called. Oh, I'm just Googling things. A lungfish. There. Weirdly, I managed to find it. Yes. A lungfish with a unicorn horn is a thing that we did. I had forgotten. But then I opened this file and was like, oh, yep, there it is. It's definitely true. We gave him a bandana, but the more I think about it, the more I think maybe what he needs is like a fishing hat, like an old man fishing hat. Like one of the floppy kind with, the like ventilation holes. Just sort of maybe with a fishing lure stuck in it. Oh wait, how do they stick? I assume they put the hook part in, right? And then with a fishing fly stuck in it. But yeah, it's a narwhal horn because it's a lungfish, not a horse, obviously. And narwhals are the unicorn of the sea. Everyone knows that. The bird might be fishing with a crossbow. I don't know. Maybe he's got a fishing line tucked in one of those thousands of pockets he's wearing. Yep, still no chat. So look, here's the thing: I can either figure out how Twitch works or I can stream. I've been using my time to stream rather than to like read through menus and try and understand how to set things up. But I am taking the weekend off from streaming. I'm gonna upload some stuff for the Patreon, but I'm gonna take a couple of days off streaming to rest a bit, go outside. In my own yard because I'm sheltering in place, and just try and figure out some of the Twitch settings. So hopefully next week I'll understand how any of that works. I realize that I'm just hanging out with you now, talking without drawing, drinking tea, with no camera pointed at me because the cat's prettier and more interesting. But I promise soon I will figure out how to get channel points and all of that stuff to work. Do we have a... What layer did I put the bandana on? Oh, this one, of course. Cool. So I don't know. There could be a great protest about hat versus bandana, but I felt like dad fishing hat just had a better vibe to go with the pocket vest. So let's just do ourselves some ink lines. I'll just also make him very large to add him to the coloring book pages later. And find, I feel like all of these have been with the natural brush. I feel like that's what's happened, so it's gonna carry on. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But yeah, there's a Potu and a kitty. I'm just leaving all the decorations on screen today. Just just all of the sidebars. So I don't know how much you all know about bin chickens, but I admit that I was a little disappointed to discover that they are in fact just ibis, just perfectly normal, fairly decorative looking ibis. I expected something weirder, I think. And it's just perfectly normal ibis. I guess with bad habits, I don't know if other ibis in other places also eat out of bins. But they do have those sort of naked necks and like weird pin feathers. So I mean, they do got some stuff going for them. Yeah, that was exceptionally poor English. They do have some things going for them. I also sort of enjoy the fact that because I just put him in like a vest, he looks like he's got like a deep V exposing his very manly bin chicken chest, which amuses me. Ibis, the bin chicken ibis. When we did him, we tried to decide what he should be in, and the general consensus was one of those vests with lots of pockets. So he's a very specific kind of ranger, I think. I think we can all agree that probably the dad fishing hat fits. And, exposed stitching because rustic, I guess. Just there. The deepest, yeah, and they've got those sort of pin feathers on their neck. It's just, yeah, it has a vibe. It has a vibe. And that vibe is confused now that I've done a fishing fly, but I bet he can make really good fishing flies out of his own feathers. And look at those decorative fancy tail feathers. I feel like there's an intrinsic sort of floppiness that I'm not. It's stitching. Yeah, there we go. Good. The deepest V. This sketch is reminding me that I did not put care into designing my crossbow. I definitely rushed that bit. I'm gonna have to look up crossbow again, I think. To try and solve my problem. Oh yeah, and we did question the fact that we never give bird D&D characters pants. It's just never happened. They never get pants. No particular reason. Just never did it. No pants, no shoes. I don't know why. Now let's do the fancy feathers quick, and then we'll Google crossbows. So while I'm doing this, we're gonna do some other characters. Bin Chicken is the product of chat's imagination. So let's come up with something else. Earlier this week, the suggestion was yeah, Mouse Girl. I feel like he's that kind of ranger. Earlier this week, there was a suggestion for a Harpy Eagle Necromancer. So we might do that. But if you guys did your homework and thought up some ideas, let me know. I promise they actually do have feathers like this just sticking out at random. It's pretty great. Anyway. This little buddy, the narwhal longfish. Yep. He's just, out for a day in nature. Prepared. With his hat and his vest. And his crossbow. So let's see. Crossbow. Probably should have saved the one that I used before. No, not shopping. Good lord, the internet. I don't want to buy a crossbow. What madness. Okay. I feel like I should have specified medieval crossbow. Let's try that again. That's more understandable. But also, there's a naked lady in a cloak. I don't know why she's here. It's a mystery for the ages. I'll go with this one. Sure. Feels like maybe a 3D model. I don't know. Move it politely to the side. Okay. Let's try and figure out how crossbows work. Okay. This bit goes through the middle. And then this is the top. And those should probably be sort of even. And then the string unpulled. Just a crossbow at rest. It's not going to shoot anyone. Not right now, anyway. And let's see. Decorative-ish. Because, yeah, then the trigger is back here. And then it just politely tapers off. Yes. Oh, and there's a thing here-ish that I assume is where the arrow and the whole shooting part comes in. I assume. But I don't really know for sure. But good. That appears to be a crossbow. There. Makes perfect sense. Let's make sure that this is a pocket. Good. Crossbow. I mean, it just needs to look mostly like a crossbow. I feel like that naked lady wearing only a cloak was in my last crossbow search, and I feel like I brought her up then as well in my surprise. Still don't know what she's doing there. But we need crossbow bolts. Are crossbow bolts fletched? It feels like they have to be fletched. It feels like they have to be fletched to fly straight. But then again, you are propelling them. Ah, here's a picture. Yep, that looks like it's fletched. I don't know how accurate it is, since it's apparently a photo from Amazon.com, and it's decorative. But we'll hope for the best. But yeah, it seems like they sort of have to be, or they won't fly straight. And there's no point propelling an arrow from a small weapon that fast and not have it fly straight. Okay. Quiver of crossbow bolts. I don't know how it's held on. There's no strap. It's the power of science and wishful thinking. Okay. Legs. Oh yeah, he's in the water so the lungfish can breathe. That's right. We were concerned about our friend the lungfish. Hello, Otenchi 3. Yep. The Putu's just Potu. I'm gonna say it the same way every time at some point. Someday, that's a goal. Say Potu the same way every time I say it. Life goals. Okay. Now we've got our ranger here. Oops, no, don't edit the layer properties. That's madness. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Thank you, Arcraft, for explaining. Of course the vest does. It's a very good vest. Prepared for everything. Well thought out. Can't have the strap in the way of the pockets. So true. Okay, longfish friend. Just gonna make sure that he looks cheerful. Because, you know. Because that is the fun. I guess he's a familiar? Maybe we've multi-classed into druid. Who knows? Rangers get familiars. They still get familiars in 5th edition, surely? Surely that's true. Valkyrie isn't here, and she is the authority on things I've forgotten about D&D. All right. Almost ready for a new character, so let's hear it, guys. Or y'all, as the more appropriate non-gendered group name. Y'all. Unless either that or we're just going to do a Harpy Eagle Necromancer, and I'm going to make you guys invent his backstory. That could happen too. I hope you're ready. Let's not forget the horn. Can't forget the narwhal horn here. That is technically a tooth. Okay. And then some ground plane. Sand and rubble at the bottom of the pond. Ah, yes, Kakapo Druid. That was another one that we had brought up earlier. Kakapo are amazing. Just gonna make it clear that we're standing in water. As you do. Good. There. Oh, wait. We want his horn to also be breaking the surface. Good. Did I make any layer for the water? No, of course I didn't. Oh, of course I didn't. Well, that's fine. All right. Where's my sketch layers? Oh, that's the hat. Okay, good. Let's see. Do we need... I think we probably need a little bit of black brushwork here. Just to bring it together. So let's see. Where shall we... I think we'll do dramatic shadows on maybe the crossbow. Yeah, that's good. That gives it kind of a bit of depth and has it stand out a bit better. Okay. What else? What else? I think we're pretty good. I think we've got a Bin Chicken Ranger here. All set and ready to go. So let's be tidy and put him in a nice neat layer group. And carry on. Okay. So, Kakapo Druid. So. Oh, yes, that makes sense. I forgot that that's, yeah, you have to, you don't want to have to do it by hand. What a mechanism. There we go. Maybe, okay. Maybe instead it's more rounded for his toes. You know, to be comfortable. Oh, that's like a little heart. Perfect. Cool. Right. Now, where were we? We were Googling Kakapo. That's what we were doing. Let's see. Let's oh, their little faces. They have the silliest little faces. Okay. As per usual, we start with a couple of quick sketches of just the bird, because I haven't done a Kakapo. I want to make sure I get the vibe right. They've got kind of a cheek thing going on. Yep, like that. Cheerful hippie parrots. Yeah, they're very they're very cheerful, unbothered. Droid. R2D2? R2D2's a rogue, obviously. Obviously. C-3PO's Bard. Believe it or not. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. They've got fairly big tails, though. And, like, huge feet. Because, of course, huge feet. Oh, good. The whole cat. No longer behind the curtain. Okay. Oh, an action post. Hilarious looking. Just, oh, but look, now I know what their feet look like, and it's not how I drew them. Haha. Just erase that toe. Because they have 2 toes in front and 2 toes in back, like a chameleon. How weird is that? And they still have wings. Like functional looking wings. Let's see. Hello, Auntie Shepherd. Yes, we're making a Kakapo druid. And I'm learning what they look like. As you do. I'm doing my very professional sketch session of Kakapo shapes. You know, as you do. Let's. Okay, they've kind of front on. They're sort of the opposite of the Potu in that the Potu sort of has huge eyes and a huge mouth. And the Kakapo is mostly body with tiny eyes. With tiny eyes and a fairly average sized bill and just a hilariously large face and body. Okay. But tiny wings. I don't want him to look mad though. Because they never look mad. Even the angry kicking one looks pretty chill, frankly. Okay. Oh no. Goodbye, kitty. Oh, it's time for second lunch. He might come back. You know how it is. Okay. That's sort of the general. I just this one though, you guys. I love this one. But anyway, that's sort of the general gist of the Kakapo. Let's find a good sort of 3/4. I want kind of a 3/4 face view to go on here. For our druid. Oh, that's pretty good. We'll go with this one. That one and maybe that one. Now I'm just looking at glamour photos of Kakapo. There we go. Okay. So just gonna put some of these up in the corner here, out of my way, so I have some reference. Okay. Red pencil. Sketch time. Druids. All right, what's our Kakapo druid going to be wearing, friends? What sort of druidic wear do Kakapos go for? I feel like there's some sort of like crazy cobbled together necklace thing. Artcraft, I feel that you can eat breakfast at any time of day for any meal. That could just be because I like pancakes and eggs. All right, let's just... I like that he kind of has like this druidic beard going on with his cheeks. It's kind of appropriate. Oh, quail eggs. There you go. Quail egg breakfast. I mean, to be fair, none of our birds wear pants, so good. Good. No pants. The Kakapo druid is where we are. I need to do some fiddling to make sure that he looks happy. He needs to be as sort of generally surprised and chill as they all seem to look in nature. So let's make sure there's no eyebrow confusion. Just whiskers. Tie-dye cloak. Oh, fractals, tie-dyeing. You guys want me to draw in ink the most complicated things. Okay, so he looks friendly. I'm into it. I'm feeling good about his general demeanor. He's let's actually trying to come up with a pose in a realm where there's just only so many poses one can bird. Nope, sitting up straight appears to be the best plan. Not too much, not too much. We need him to be kind of plump. You know, pleasantly round. Ooh, a leafy cloak. I like a leafy cloak. I mean, I kind of, so I feel like I want to lean into the druid thing. like he's already kind of got the expression and the sort of general demeanor that says sort of kindly hippie. Let's see. Just looking at more standing Kakapo. Oh. Yeah, there we go. That's a whole Kakapo. That's what I needed. Good, good. Yes. Excellent. That's more the shape of it. There we go. All right. I'll just turn him down just a little bit. Okay. So a cloak of, well, let's see. We're not native to maple and oak leaves. Although I suppose you can go wherever you want if you're a Kakapo druid. Good luck with your sheep, Auntie Shepherd. I like oak leaves though. They've got a good vibe. Dear the internet, when I Google oak leaves, I did not mean maple leaves. I definitely meant oak leaves. There is a difference. I appreciate that you don't know what it is, but I do. Okay, oak leaves. Okay. Yeah, no one wants to drink the oak syrup. Let's see. The simple, okay, the sort of a simple oak leaf. They're sort of woven together. Probably with vines. Who knows? And there's like a ruff of sort of just eucalyptus type leaves, at the very top. Decorative. Because you should have decoration as a druid, I feel. It's only fair. Okay, what is, oh, he's holding a staff in this wing. In this creepy wing hand. Because the only style of bird arms I recognize are from Disney's Robin Hood and Zelda. So he's got like a staff going on this side. We can figure out what that is about later. He's got, let's see. He's thinking is what's going on here. We'll give him a thinking wing. and an oak leaf coming down here. More eucalyptus leaves. Yeah, I mean the narrator Rooster is the best character of Disney's Robin Hood. I feel like we should all like be acknowledging that for sure. The bardic narrator. All right. Let's see. Does our cloak? I feel like it's unnecessarily long. Like many things about the Kakapo, it feels like it should be impractical. So let's just keep it going until like it trails on the ground, like out there. You know. Just slightly impractical, slightly in the way, as it was always meant to be. Just about there. And then of course you can see it on the other side, wherever there's not bird. Yes. They're very they're very they're very they're made by character actors, not min-max players for sure. He's definitely there. He's performing like really hard. He's all in on the character. Let's see. Do we need some kind of acorns? That's what we need, obviously. Obviously. Min-maxed birds. Oh, I love the idea that some birds are like carefully built characters. With all of the stats you'd expect. And some birds are just like, it's fine. Yep. Exactly. He cares deeply. All right. The cloak of eucalyptus and oak. Actually, I guess if that one is forward, I guess you probably get it sort of draping down here. You know, as you do. Um, oh yeah, and I think he's standing on one foot maybe. Maybe he's got this foot kind of up in the air. Nope, doesn't work. Confusing and weird. It's fine. We can be standing on 2 feet. It's fine. Okay, staff. It's time for the staff, everyone. Let me, now that I've looked up oak, let's Eucalyptus. Just because they've got those seed pod things, or some of them do anyway. There they are. The ones in California anyway have. What kind would that be? It's the long leaves and then. Ah, Wikipedia will tell me. It's just regular eucalyptus. You know, those things. Those seed pods. You know, put some of those on there maybe. Is what I was thinking. A tiny koala? Oh dear. But then we're asserting that this is a giant kakapo and that koala can be tiny. Let's see. We definitely need. It needs to be like high, imposing, and like weirdly gnarled for no reason. Because nature. Oh, what about a little bug? What about a beetle? What about some kind of very good insect friend? I have shaped this like a Sarracenia picture, and I don't regret it. Okay. Ooh, a firefly. Good call. I like it. I miss fireflies. We do not have them in California, but they are everywhere where I grew up. And I miss them. Yay, fireflies. Koala bug with a light up butt. Oh no, okay. Let's see. What's the right firefly vibe? It needs to be. Let's go with not about to take off. Yes, kakapo are quite large. But in the scheme of things, birds are quite small. Let's see. Let's have a firefly here. Oh, let's trying to make fireflies adorable. Oops. Yes, good. There we go. He polymorphs into koala. Probably. That makes perfect sense for a kakapo. If he wants to be a bear, it's just a koala. Yeah, I don't know. We've never really discussed scale in Bird D&D. Um, we've kind of joked about it a little bit because obviously it has the potential to be very, very strange if your party is made up of, say, a blue jay and an emu. So I think that there must necessarily be some scale modifying that goes on to kind of bring everybody to a similar, I mean, not an exact similar, but like a closer to similar scale. You know, as a general. Unifying factor. All right, let's see. Let's do some decorative nature here. Gonna have sprigs of those eucalyptus pod things here. Maybe with one, oh yeah, with one of like the weird flowers. That has all of the, and then hello, get to know nature. This is our Kakapo druid. And then let's have some of the long eucalyptus leaves hanging down. Just to kind of, there we go. Excellent. Hi, get to know nature. I have to close some windows. Get back to my Kakapo reference. They have such weird feet. Such weird feet. Yeah, I've been gendering him as he. Something about the whiskers, I think. They've got such strange, still not over the super strange feet. The back and front toes. I'm going over here. Okay. Just tidying some things. I mean, that feels pretty complete to me. Yeah, he's a good he's a good chunky bird. Let's they've got a, just occasional sort of, there we go, occasional speckling kind of. All right. I think it's probably time to get out the pen and do some final inking. All right. If you feel I've forgotten something, let me know. That Artcraft, that seems in keeping with our chill druidic theme. Let's keep it like that. Yeah, that's better. He's about to deliver a lecture. So he's got his hand raised in a "but if you'll only consider young chick" gesture. If you'll only think about it, you'll see. And then, yeah, they've got these great sort of different feathered around their cheeks, and it creates an excellent like beard look. Such good cheek feathers. And want to make sure that we get all of those leaves accurately shaped. Archangel Beth, he may or may not have laid eggs. Yeah, I mean, that's no one's business but his, really, and his partner's. All right. Acorns. I think I need to make my pen a little bit smaller here. There we go. To give the acorns appropriate detail. So we're gonna ink him, and then I'm gonna take a little break. So what's gonna happen after that? When I come back, need new suggestions. Keep us rolling with our bird D&D. Now that we've got a Kakapo druid, and I feel he's an excellent addition. He is the quintessential druid, even. Just the perfect little druid ground parrot. Oh no, praying mantis berserker. Oh dear. That's a whole different D&D setting right there. Although we don't really have a established canon. In Bird D&D. Everything kind of ends up there eventually. Like sheep guana. So there's definitely reptiles, but apparently they're farm animals. I don't know. It's confusing. Okay, oak leaves. Oh no. I was just thinking of a tiny one I saw at a water park who tried to jump on my nose as I was peering at it. Yes, praying mantises are dangerous little creatures. I think we decided that hummingbirds were the berserker of the bird world. I say we, it's possible that it was just me, but I stand by that choice. They've got very sharp faces. They're always angry. Just angry all the time. They don't like it when I go out on my own deck. They don't like it when I touch the feeder. It's just constantly angry. Ah, so many leaves. So many leaves. Also, I feel like I had them get smaller as we came closer to the bottom. Huh. I guess that was a weaving decision by whoever made this cloak. Fair choice. Makes sense if you think about it. All right. We will leave the other side of the cloak for later. Let's get back to thicker brush. For the main body of our bird. Some speckling going on. And holding his staff. Other side of the cloak. I don't know why I've just started just telling you what I'm drawing. Hello, they might be scientists. We're Good. Perfect. They might be scientists because we are indeed. We are drawing a Kakapo druid, and you could tell right away, which means we've done a great job. We've done a great job designing this druid. Good work, team. It's definitely, clearly a druid. We have succeeded. He could have a lightning bug on his head. Would that be like having a holly crown? But we'll revisit the sketch. The druid is a Kakapo. Because we could I need to zoom in. I feel like I got a good kind of face on that one. Yeah. Made it look like a friendly little lightning bug. That's important. No, that one looks mad. That's better. Don't want any angry lightning bugs. Only friendly lightning bugs. So let's see, holly crown or lightning bug on his head. I think maybe another. We'll no, too many lightning bugs. Okay, let's finish the rest of the inking, and then we'll revisit his lack of headwear. And see if we can't fix that. Oops. Forgot I gave it vines. And this flower thing. Okay. Need to make sure we've got some wood grain here. I don't want it to be confused for something that's not wood after all. And then we've got these eucalyptus leaves. So holly crown seems like there's some both holly crown and lightning bugs, perhaps. We have the power to have a holly crown with a lightning bug on it. You can just add lightning bugs to things. Okay. Oh, right. Right. Gotta make sure we've got our leaves here. And feet. Lightning bugs are the new quail. Oh, Moa Barbarian. Oh no. Let's still think their feet are weird. Just not over it. Not over the weird feet. I mean, it's fine. It's fine to have weird feet. It's just so different. Oh dear. Better toe. Okay. Okay. So now I have to Google holly. Yeah, firefly is quail. Quail is an easier thing to shout. It's just true. Just gonna Google holly crown. I'm gonna Google the whole thing and see what happens. Oh well, that's a lot of images. However, I've got to say firmly that that this dude is my favorite. I don't know what stock image this is. I don't know, but it's glorious. That's amazing right there. But actual holly crown. Oh man, there's a bunch of images of this guy. Different angles. I found another one where he's reading. Okay. You know what? I take it back, Google. I thought holly crown would be amusing, and it is, but it's not helpful. So let's just Google holly. That's better. Let's just look at holly and go from there. Ah, such an exciting. Okay, I'm just gonna, guys. I'm not gonna sketch it. I'm gonna wing it. Haha. See what I did there? I feel like that image has prepared me completely for everything I need to know about holly crowns. I feel like I'm set now. A vaguely medieval dude and his holly crown that I think maybe wasn't entirely holly. Has shown me everything I need. Clearly, I am 100% set now. Oh yeah, the Julius Caesar and the sort of laurel crown. Makes sense. Certainly more sense than holly crown stock photo guy. But you know, what can you do? Oops. So we can make that happen. We'll just kind of have it like that, right? And then oh, you know what? Oh, I think I closed my. I'll have to Google it again. I closed my Firefly window. Yes, but facing the other way. I need a really good flying light up Firefly. Okay. Because we're gonna go with we're gonna have one that's just, you know, that's hang on. Gotta make the wing things work here. Nope, moving everything. Let's see. There we go. Except a little bit higher. There we go. Make sure that everything glows properly. Thin these lines because we want that to look like light. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. Sketches turned off. What decorations do we need here? We need to tidy up the crown. Just make sure that the overlap is clear. Oh, no, that stays. There we go. Ta-da! Cockapoo. Cockapo. Cockapo, cockapoo. Anyway. Druid. Yeah, he's just had an idea. He's got his thinking, he's in his thinking pose. And he's just had an amazing idea. Kakapotu? Oh dear. So let's see. Do we need any dramatic? Do we need any dramatic shadow? I'm gonna do a little bit of painted shadow, just cause I feel like I've done it on all the others. Feels necessary, but also it'll help give some depth to some stuff going on here. Make it recede into the background. Ah, yes. Cloak. The cloak from behind. Oops. this to go this way. There we go. Yes. Good. So, our druid is complete. Oh, you know what? Let's maybe do some overkill. What do we think? Put this in another layer so I don't get mad at myself about it later. Nope. Don't like it. Never mind. Okay. Save. Kakapo Druid exists. As does Chicken Ranger. We'll just, hang on. Let's tidy up. Because they might be scientists is only just joining us. And this is their horrifying original idea. We have inked the Bin Chicken Ranger and his lungfish friend. So we have Bin Chicken Ranger, Lungfish Narwhal, and a Kakapo Druid. Apparently we've got a vaguely Australian, New Zealandy theme going on today. Anyway, I'm going to take a brief break, make more tea, to help keep my voice from starting to go scratchy. And I'll be back soon. While I am gone, as usual, you have some discussion homework. It's time to talk about what we're going to do next. Plan what we're doing when I get back, and I'll see you in a few minutes. And I'm back. My cat has left for good. I mean, I say for good. He's sleeping on my roommate's lap. He's not coming back. He's not coming back to the window, so I'm turning off the kitty cam. I see that what we've come up with is humming, let's just say humming barbarian. Humming barbarian. Because humming barbarian is a little bit too hard to say. Yeah, you know, when there's sunshine, it's the window, and he's my companion. When the sunshine stops, the person with the better lap wins the cat. So if I was over there in a comfy chair, I might also have a cat, but he does not like to try and sit on me when I have the Cintiq pulled forward and I'm trying to draw. And to be fair, I don't like him to sit on me when I'm doing that either. Because, you know, it's kind of uncomfortable. He's kind of in the way. Don't tell him I said that. Also, he twitches every time, like, I brush across him as I'm drawing. Anyway, so, what I'm hearing from chat after the break is humming barbarian. So, a hummingbird barbarian. Hummingbird barbarian berserker. That was not the window I wanted to open. Okay. Let's... You know what? I'm gonna Google hummingbird, but honestly, I think I have hummingbird reference already. Is it in the birds folder? It's not. I'm lying to myself. I know I drew a bunch of hummingbirds at one point. In case you're curious, the way I organize my reference folder is, at what point in history did I draw that thing? It's not the best. It's not the best organization method. It can lead to incorrect guesses. Also, sometimes I don't bother to download the reference. Sometimes I just leave a Google window open, and that further confuses the situation. Maybe I did not save hummingbirds. Feels like I did not save hummingbirds. Okay, well, the hummingbird that I will obviously be using is Anna's hummingbird, the angriest hummingbird. If you did not know that Anna's hummingbird is the angriest hummingbird, now you do. They're the ones that chase me around my yard and scream at me. The angriest hummingbirds. They're the angriest hummingbirds. So let's see. I think the hummingbird berserker should be flying. I think it feels like to me it feels like I don't need to sketch hummingbirds first, unlike a kakapo, because I've drawn hummingbirds before. I kind of get the general shape. I had never drawn a kakapo before. So yeah, I mean, I think he should be flying, because they don't have the crazy frenetic energy when they're just sitting there. So he should definitely be flying. Anna's hummingbirds have the purple neck and head feathers, and it makes them look angry on top of already being angry. So they've got that going for them. Flying and holding a large axe in each foot. Yeah, that makes sense. But oh right, because our hands are our wings. We've realized an intrinsic difficulty with bird D&D. You can't fly and also hold an axe in your wing. But yeah, I mean, I think. Okay, no, I have an idea. I have an idea that I think you guys will like. So hang on. Let me. Get ours. Now the fun thing about flying hummingbirds is you basically can't see their wings. It's just kind of a blur. So, they've got that going for them. But what I'm thinking is that in his tiny feet, he should be holding just the most hilariously large battle axe. Just hilariously bigger, even bigger, just hilariously large. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking. I've even foreshortened it. That's how large it is. And it's got a spike on this end too, because of course it does. Let's see if we can. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You guys can disagree and want 2x's. I'm willing to go back and change things. But if I'm honest, I feel like this is way funnier. Needs to be chipped. Oh, you're right. It does need a skull on top. You're so right. So right. Or should it be on the other end? Should it be on the bottom? But here. Let's make it. It should be a hummingbird skull, obviously. Because of course it should. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, Auntie. You're right. The bottom needs a spike for better murder. So yeah, we can have the. Okay, it needs to be a little bit. It needs to be on like a pike. It needs to be up here. Need it to be visible. We're drawing a humming barbarian, Auntie Shepherd. That's what happened while you were gone. Oh no! Hang on, I have to Google that. Quail skull. Just the top of a quail skull? How? I need just the. Okay. As we've already established, we're taking liberties with scale. I don't know. Skulls make bad helmets, you guys. It's sort of not the ideal shape for a helmet, it turns out. Make it outrageous dessert, do it. It's just not, it's not a very good, I feel like there's a reason people have skulls as necklaces, is what I'm saying. So it's not a very good hat. But we could have, okay, so here's a challenge for you guys, chat. I mean, a new show. Besides deciding what Auntie Shepherd is going to make for dessert tomorrow, new challenge is to figure out how to dress a barbarian without making it like weirdly racist. Because that's, for me, that's always kind of been the problem with barbarians in D&D. They're not their class rules, but the fact that they're a little bit racist. So, making bad skull hats is one of the great tragedies. Skulls making bad hats is one of the great tragedies of my life. Yeah, fair. A rib cage hat forming sort of a Roman helmet. So what if he, now this is, think of it in human terms, because we want to make sure this isn't just horrifying. What if he has a necklace of cut off feet, like talons, like a chicken foot kind of thing, and then feathers. Romanesque armor. So in Bird D&D we don't have pants, but we could have a proper skirt of plate, a Roman skirt. The Romans were the real barbarians. Avenge the Isle of Mons. Fair enough. But see, that's kind of the problem with the term barbarian in general, is that it's always sort of a disparaging other cultures kind of thing. Well, that and the fact that I'm pretty sure they still use the term spirit animal in the actual book. Yeah, so we're all barbarians here. And feathers, because it's sort of like having a necklace of your enemies, like hair and hands. It's horrifying is what I'm saying, but it is a berserker, is the point. Oh, you know what? And like a little hollow bone. Yeah. Just, for fun. For funsies. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna just Google Roman armor here. See. see how much of this is hilarious guesswork. I do love the idea of our modern interpretation, which has sculpted abs. It's the sculpted abs seems unlikely. But I don't know, maybe they sculpted on those abs. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this is a very nice looking set of armor. It has less paneling around though, only paneling in the front. Yeah, I mean, protect the druid. Protect the druid. Okay, I'm just gonna close that there. So let's see. I kind of I'm gonna revisit this belt. Gonna do some experimentation here because I kind of like the one that's a bunch of thinner strips with like decoration. And then I can kind of have them going everywhere. And then the rest is that's let's see. And we'll do something like this. So, you know, Roman-esque armor. Okay, how are we holding this? We have to, I mean, tightly. You have to hold a large battle axe pretty tightly when you're in the air, I assume. So, tidy that up. Now, helmet. I question the helmet. Yeah, the bullet of armored battle skirts. So here's the thing about helmets. They're gonna hide a lot of that really excellent cheek fluff. You should always carry who you drop the battle axe on, because you might need it later. So like it covers. I feel like the helmet covers too much of the decorative bird. Feels like it might just gonna fix the tidy up the bill here. All the way. Yeah, I feel like the helmet gets in the way of our very good hummingbird fluff. Oh look, I still have crossbows open. That's surprising. How many different searches of it? There's the skulls. Oh. Well, anyway. Oh, that's a good call. Save. Thank you, chat. Okay. Let's... Hummingbird bill. Okay. So. Actually, I changed my mind. I've seen hummingbirds hover. The rest of them does not move. It's creepy. Just the wings. I don't know how they do that. Is there a medieval instrument with more strings than a 14-course lute? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm scared about why you're asking. I am frightened of what this means. I'm going to go ahead and start some inking with the Mr. Natural brush. Yeah, it's they have a whole like crazy special hover power that the other birds don't get. I imagine it's sort of intimidating, frankly. Ugh. Doing this long, thin bill is going to be such a problem. I need it all on screen, but like... Who is using a chainsaw in my neighborhood? And why? I keep hearing bursts of like chainsaw activity. I hope it's not too weird in your audio. Okay, so a harp has more strings. It is a harp. I feel like a harp is sort of less portable. Is a harp less portable? Oh, like yeah, okay, like a lap harp. But like, if someone might carry around, like on the road though, like traveling on foot from place to place. Maybe. Just gonna work forever on this one part of this drawing. I hope everyone's fine with that. That might be okay. I might be able to leave that. I might not have to hit undo 1,000 more times. Okay. I sort of gotta get his sort of feather hackles up. I don't know if that's a thing. But I'm pretending it's a thing. But yeah, sword nose is important. No, there's not some kind of align tool. I'm using an ink pen in Photoshop. It's as if I was drawing on paper, but with an undo button. And I mean, we can't overstate the usefulness of the undo button, so, you know. So no complaints. Oh, so creepy. Creepy foot necklace. You've seen me hit shift and draw a straight line. But that only works if I want a straight line. Not if I want a subtle, delicate, bill-shaped curve. It's fine. I don't need a line tool. I did all of that text without one. Although really, I should go into like Illustrator and make that some of that text actual clean, proper text. But slight hand-drawn wobbliness is fine. It adds to it, we will say. That's our story. Okay. Yeah, adds character. Exactly. So it's like the closer to the body, you can kind of see the wing. And then it just sort of disappears into a blur. Is how we're gonna do this general concept, I think. I need my blur to have some straighter lines. There we go. We'll go with that. Tiny feet. Gripping. And this very large battle axe. They don't have very long little legs outside of their feathers. So the other there's I can also make a new layer. We'll try this. So I can also press a point, hit shift, and like draw a line between points, but there's not a lot of control on the line weight, and it can be very fiddly. And I'm not the biggest fan. But sometimes when I really need a straight line, just gotta go with it. Nope, not that. Erase. Okay. Stabby end. Because, of course, stabby end. Let's see. We're going to need to move this, so let's draw it first. Because it's no longer centered. I don't know what happened, but it's definitely no longer centered. There we go. Now, move it to like there. Kinda. There. There. Yes. X there. Eh. I feel like I could be doing a better job with this curve. There we go. Ooh. What should we what would we carve on it? Is there a good Latin phrase for something like murder your enemies without mercy? Yeah, die, die, die in Latin. Exactly. Or just one die, really. Just a single die. I'm not Googling the Latin for die. Die, die, die. I did not take Latin in school, I'm afraid. I cannot conjugate our murder Latin. Come at me, bro, in Latin. Oh dear. Bring it in Latin. Welcome back. They might be scientists. We're inking a barbarian hummingbird. I took a break, and now we're inking. Now we're inking a barbarian, a humming barbarian. Oh no. A paper towel requiring disaster. Okay, so not translating idioms. Um, Leave a trail of bodies. Too many words. Too little space. We're at a scale at this point where we're just we'd just be suggesting words on the haft. Oops. With, scribbly lines. Like you do. So angry. I don't know what Roman is and Damum. Oh, Rome is. Rome wins. Okay, now I'm pretty convinced that someone in my yard is basically just running a chainsaw and then turning it off. Sorry if there's audio leakage of that going on. Romans go home. Aha. That's I kind of like Romans go home. It's bird Latin. Okay. Let's I feel like we can get Romans go home on the blade here. Or like just before the blade. You know, because that's where you want. You should probably say tweet. Oh, let's see. So it would be oops. I mean, it's not well carved. Uh-oh. Do I have enough space for Daman? Yeah. So, you know, it's just a little aggressive. Just a little aggressive writing on there. We can give it some texture. That was too much texture. That's more like it. Oops. No, whatever I just did. Whatever I just did was wrong. Okay, and then oh, I don't think I'm gonna have space. Nope, doesn't work. I'm gonna have to do it a different way. Okay, like it's cut into the metal. Okay. There we go. We've got some aggressive axe additions. Okay. Let's do some ink, some brushwork inking in shapes. Back to rough, dry, fun, big exclamation point. My favorite gouache brush. Yeah, it's just sort of an axe of like everything that they don't like, you know? Just shouting angrily with axe graffiti. Okay, now this may be a mistake. So I apologize in advance if I just delete what I'm about to do. But there's something to be said for the fact that they kind of have a dark face that gets brighter as the light hits it. So gonna see if this is a mistake. I don't know. What do we think? Sort of seems appropriately aggressive, but we lose some of the detail. Maybe if, hang on. Maybe if I give it kind of a highlight. Maybe. Oh no. I got it. Moderator's not here today. I'm the moderator now. But I can actually I can moderate kind of okay when I'm not using clay, when I'm not covered in clay. I don't know. All black. Yeah, I think that's better. That feels just more dangerous to me. It's true, she so rarely gets to moderate. Okay. Go with that. Oh, actually. While we're creating shadows, obviously, we need to make sure that axe looks good and dangerous. Okay. Got ourselves a hummingbird barbarian. Just gonna group that. Gonna call it Hummingbarb. Although I have drawn a male and a hummingbird, just for the sake of argument. But, ooh, you know what? Actually, quickly add a thing. Just, you know, a little bit of texture. There we go. Good. Hummingbarb. So, let's just make this page wider so that we can have all of our friends together here. Just get everybody on the page here. There we go. So, we have got to kind of try, there we go. We have our Hummingbird Barbarian, our Kakapo Druid, and our Bin Chicken Ranger. We've got about 30 minutes left. So, what now? What do we do now? I mean, 3 seems like a good friendly number. Like, maybe this is our party. What is our party missing? Quail. Just quail. Okay. I need more about the quail. Just generally quail. Is the quail part of Bird D&D? Does it have a class? Oh, that's my broken footstool. Quail farmers that are grateful for being assisted. So we've decided. So the one Bird D&D rule is that all birds are sentient, because it was weird otherwise. so any other animal can be a beast of burden, but all birds are people in Bird D&D. Like small quail with size and pitchforks. See, you're like being grateful, and I'm like, really, with size and pitchforks? It sounds like they're marching to Dracula's castle with torches. They sound like a quail farmer mob. Just saying. Okay, quail farmers. Oops, that's all of the layers, and I just wanted to get the hummingbird up here because that felt more like where he belonged. I mean, I feel like quail can definitely be a mob. I just thought it was funny that we went so quickly from farmers being grateful to like a mob. I mean, it's less about having them and more about the number of people wielding them in a single drawing. So if I draw one quail with a scythe or a pitchfork, well, if I draw a quail with a scythe, you're gonna think he's death. But if I draw a quail with a pitchfork, you're gonna be like, oh, good, a farmer quail. If I draw 6 quail with scythes and pitchforks, you're gonna think, oh no, the farmers are rising up. It's just a visual thing. Sorry, I can't help that your legit farming tools, when gathered together, look like weapons. Okay, so what we have is farm quail and a dissatisfied young farm quail who's feeling the call of the Lady of Grass. The Hen of Grasses is the religion we gave the paladin. Death quail. Okay, so let's just, we need a whole new screen. I'm just gonna start with death quail. I'm gonna close some stuff here because like everything is open now. But I'm just gonna solidly start with death quail. And I'm gonna use Montezuma quail because I love them, and I don't think I've drawn them really on stream. And they have the capacity to look regal as death, I think. Death quail is what happens when you have a fallen quailodon. Oh, that's actually, it's possible. I don't know, maybe they're a whole other order of quailodon. Maybe they're like sort of the questionable paladin that serve the god that no one likes. You know, there's always those. Okay. So this is, let's see. Let's show you what I wish to do. This is a Montezuma quail, for those who did not already Google it. I think that they are the best quail. I will hear no argument. All quail are good. Montezuma quail are the most decorative. Yeah, and see, like, that's it. It feels like he's already got death quail face paint on. It's fine. But California quail have fancy little head bubbles, and the blue scale or cotton tufted quail have really great feathers and like sharp, pointy little faces, but this is death quail. So I feel like that's a thing I should have shot. Like, this is death quail, and then someone like gets kicked into a well. I didn't actually see that movie, just the trailers. That's all I've got. Okay. Because he's got sort of death metal face paint on. I'm just saying. Already death metal face paint. Such good face paint. I don't think my mom did subscribe. I think you guys got to 50 and then she was free to continue to never sign into anything. Although I did explain Netflix to her yesterday. So having to stay inside is having an effect. But yeah, I don't think she did subscribe. I feel like she would have told me. It'd be weird if she didn't tell me. Although in fairness, she'll just occasionally be like, "Oh, I saw the thing you said on Twitter," and I'm like, "You don't have Twitter." But she knows how to get to the website. To be fair, there is something kind of glorious to be said for just lurking on the internet and never engaging with it in any fashion. Like, it actually sounds kind of peaceful. Just gonna see what people are doing on the internet and be like, "Ooh, nope," and leave. With no one having known that you've been there. But then who would we fight on Twitter? Okay, death quail. So I wanted a good hard side view of the face because it's just so specific. And I wanted to show off that face paint to its best advantage, is what I'm saying. Nazis, there's always Nazis to fight on Twitter. Exactly. But how would we fight the Nazis? We'd have to fight them on Facebook, and that's worse. Okay, so now I'm gonna just kind of remind myself of the scale. So yeah, a little bit bigger, but not too much, just there-ish. And then kind of, okay. So we can kind of work from here. What is, I mean, so a scythe, obviously. You know what? I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google scythes. If I get it wrong, I'm just gonna be aggressively corrected by the farmers who are watching. I should probably just, oh, it has handles. That's cool. That looks like way more functional than the weapon scythes that you see everywhere. That looks like a thing that you could trim grass with. It's been altered. No, I mean like, okay. I mean like, so you see them like you see them like this, right? They're just you know, just just a stick and a curvy blade. Um, but then there's the sort of, oh, let's see if I can get the curve right. It's like a gentle curve, and up here's the blade, but then down here, okay, wait, that's coming. So then there's like a handle, and that way you can hold it at the right angle. And actually trim things. Um, yeah, if I had some kind of channel bonuses, I would award it to Arcraft for that joke. I don't know if that's a thing I get to do, but if I could, I would. Um, so yeah, sides are kind of like that apparently. I'm just gonna make sure that it's of an appropriately large scale. Now I need to fix the curve of the blade. But yeah, you get the idea. I did not know they had extra handles. Makes sense though. While we're sharing facts about farming equipment, this is your PSA for today. Today's PSA is you sharpen shovels. If you did not know that you sharpen shovels and you have a shovel, well, today is your lucky day. You've learned something new. Sharpen your shovel. It will be so much easier to shovel with, and you'll realize that you should have been sharpening it all along. Thus ends your farm tool PSA for Friday tea time today. Sharpen your shovels. It's for all of them. Snow shovels are sort of different, in that you're not attempting to cut through soil. But yeah, spades, trowels, those square shovels, the full size, yeah, all the shovel things. You sharpen shovels and spades. Yeah, don't sharpen plastic. It won't sharpen, really, and you'll just end up sad. So I feel like I've got us a proper-ish scythe. It's a little, we'll leave it that big for now. We can adjust it. We have the power. But for the moment, in the sketch, I feel like it's okay. Like, okay, wait, that goes up and this one goes this way. Okay. Yeah. Scythe. And then of course is holding the scythe. But just loosely. You know. Just loosely supporting it like a hand rest. Okay. Now, feet. I need quail feet. I need pictures. Oh, there's a good picture of quail feet. Good. Just and I feel like maybe I'm slightly incorrect. No, he's on his tiptoes. On F. Yeah. Okay. More or less quail feet. We can fix it later. So that's where we are now. We are to the point of just feel like they're a little bit small. Just fix them. So we're to the point where we have to dress the quail of death. Death quail. And the question is, are we the kind of death quail who has pulled back sort of the hood on his or her? This is a her. We've been a gentleman for quite some time. Although actually I think Montezuma quail, again, this is the problem with birds. The male birds have better plumage. And that's a problem. So this is a they. It's non-binary, quail of death. So we can have kind of the sort of the cloak of death. So that's a possibility. Or we can go more death metal. That's not a helpful image search. Let's see. What should we look up? Angel of Death. Just see what happens. Oh, wow. That's a broad swath of stuff. We've got the one from Hellboy, a bunch of cloaked deaths. We've got some anime. We got a chick with red hair. A nice medieval painting of Azrael. I think this one may be from a video game. I don't know. That one's just a skeleton. It's a weird image search. What am I looking up? I'm looking. Oh dear. Takazar. Well, that's close enough. Google knew. Nope. That doesn't. That's confusing. That's oh, I see. I see what's happened. It doesn't feel distinctive enough. Like there's not enough. Not enough stuff going on. Although there's a sword and a cloak. The cloak is nice. I cannot watch a YouTube video while I am streaming. Unfortunately. So anyway. So yeah, the other thing is, do we have like you know, skulls, and like cloak. I mean, you can all watch the YouTube URL, but I can't. So like a cloak, some skulls, like some armor under here, as it were, like a good proper sort of, give it some actual pauldron stuff going on. Ooh, like a seal kind of. No, that's silly looking. We'll do something over here that you can't see. So like a proper armored quail, but death, or full on robed death. Maybe robed death has like a skull here, like a songbird skull going on. To kind of complete the look. I don't know. So chat, you have to pick. You must pick between sort of like angry paladin death, or cloaked death, traditional cloaked death. What are the thoughts? 9 people who are still watching. Robe plus. Well, we can try it. Let's just. Oops. If you need to rearrange them a little bit, kind of need. But yeah, so also the option of robe plus shoulder skulls. Okay. To clarify, this is the robe. This is a cloak. Do we want a cloak or do we want a robe? Because we got robe and shoulders, and we got cloak, and cloak is good, and yeah, cloak is good. I'm confused. So, cloak, robe. Okay. 1 vote for cloak, 1 vote for robe. They're both good, but with shoulder skulls. 2 votes. 2 votes for cloak, 2 votes for robe. That's why I clarified, because I wanted to be sure everyone was not talking about the same thing. because we have a cloak and a robe. Robes, that's fair. Robes, we do have, but this is death. So I mean, could be both. But so we're more into cloak and armor. Or are we? It's sort of tied, is what's happening. Let's see. We've got a vote for robe, cloak, cloak. Robe is kind of winning. Votes are hard to count in chat. To no bird underneath. There's armor and cloak. And here is robe and skulls. Here is robe without skulls. Here is robe with bird inside. So 2 votes for cloak, 3 votes for robe. Is that where we've settled? Robe. Robe with bird. It's just the robe. Just the robe. We can sort of, here, hang on. We can sort of like, we can give some of the shape of one to the other. So like, so we can kind of have like an overcloak going on. Make that a little bit longer. And then, you know, it kind of overlaps the robe. Okay, good. A solution. Oops. So he's kind of got, you know, oops. A little bit of both going on. There we go. Okay. Excellent. I mean, yeah, Death Quail should be a little extra. That's fair. Oh, is it? I told myself, hang on, I'm gonna attempt to fix it right now. I told myself not to do that because I would just forget to switch it back. But it felt wrong saying I was gonna do art and then playing Subnautica. So, you know. So things happen. So yeah, there we go. My Twitch category should be correct now that it's like literally almost over. Hooray. I thought as I was changing it that I was making a mistake, but what can you do? But thank you for reminding me. Okay. I feel like we will. I feel like it's time to just go for inking. That's the eraser. There it is. Sometimes lose my place in my vast library. The Potu pointed it out. Oh dear. Okay. just gonna quickly ink our death quail. We started a little bit late, so we'll go just long enough to do that. Just to make sure we get death quail completed. Because, death quail deserves it. It deserves to be finished at the end of the stream. Yeah, I assume that what happens is if it's set to Subnautica and someone wanted to watch art but not Subnautica, they did not click on my stream. So, I'm gonna try and not do that again. But I mostly just forget to change it at all. So things happen. He's like weirdly related to the Starling cult. Like I'm sorry. We non-binary death quail. I forgot. They are sort of like the rational version of what the murmuration kind of obsessively represent. Like they're the rational version of some sort of death god paladin, and the murmuration have just like become the cult that like the original temple is like, yeah, they don't really represent us anymore. Like they're out of their minds. It's very sad. We tried to explain it to them, and they just said we're one with the murmuration, and then flew in weird circles, and I don't know, we've given up. We don't invite them to temple meetings anymore. Just let them do their thing. We're pretty sure it's harmless. But, if it stops being harmless, we have a death paladin with a scythe, so we think it'll be fine. It's like the world's least reassuring speech. Yeah, we've got a Quailin of Death, so probably fine. Okay. I think that one of the things that we won't do is we won't do the whole sort of cloak thing in black, because I feel like that's kind of overdone. And we did do that for the murmuration of starlings. So, maybe actually the color of quail death is white. Maybe they wear a white cloak and like death face paint. Or gray, maybe it's like a drab, unnoticeable gray. A humble gray. Well, there's a skull necklace, so there's a little bit that. But yeah, there's also, I put a little brooch there. Maybe there's a brooch of the order of Death Quailodin. You know. What would the symbol of the, because I feel like just a skull is a little bit too on the nose, and they'd be a little bit offended. And then you'd be like, yeah, but you're wearing a skull, and they're like, that's just a a symbol of office. We can't help it. It's just very clear. So it feels like it would be like something decorative. I don't know. Hang on. I've just made a sad bird face is what I've done. Made a sad bird face. And then yeah, you know, like classy like. Oh man, I look away for a minute now. We're talking about bedazzling. Oops. I'm trying to make it more subtle. Oh, now it's just a very sad bird. Oh dear. The saddest religious symbol. We'll just leave that there for a minute. Uh, oh, why? Photoshop. I know. I don't know what you were doing, or why, or how. I don't know what happened, but I don't approve. Oh, I see. We've done that thing where we don't recognize all of the tools. Neat. Oh yeah, I see what you mean about the Klingons. And I forgot to mute my phone. And I have a text message. That's right. My text message sound is a bird song. It makes it confusing when they're actual birds. I should change it to a bird that is not local, so that I don't actually hear it walking down the street. But then I'd have to go out and find a new bird song. Yeah, it works. It works with the vibe. I have an owl for my email, or no, my voicemail notification, and my cat's meow is my email notification. I realized one day I could make my own notification noises, and then it was basically over. See you later. They might be scientists. Hope the work thing is easy. We are about done with stream anyway. Let's just get rid of that foolishness. Okay. So we're We're gonna do the little painted black areas. I know, phone. I did not look at the text message. I am sorry. All right. Just about done. Tidying up and adding the nice feather markings. Should have made a new layer for that, didn't. Living dangerously. Just gonna assume I'm gonna do it right the first time. And that it will be fine. Okay. Almost. And there we go. Death Quail with face paint. Ooh, a story. Arcraft has written a thing. I shall read it. The founder of the Murmuration was a Death Quailden who had to single-handedly perform the rites and comfort the dying in a city ravaged by plague. They were greatly lauded for their tireless work and sacrifice, but went mad with the stress and the fever dreams they experienced while sick. The Order frowns upon the cult, but hesitates to do anything for fear of damaging the hero's legacy. Oh, we've made the Starling Murmuration sad. Now we have to feel sorry for them. Well, now that we have a story, I feel like that's a good place to close off. Just gonna tidy that up there. Good. Save. And oh no, we have to make the canvas even longer. Death Quail. Move everybody over. Death Quail. Okay. Now, I regret that I used such a large ink brush when I inked the Bin Chicken Ranger. But what can you do? Here we are. It's true. For Arcraft, I mean, the founding is sad, but most of the members are just. But you know, every cult is sort of just as good at. No, good is the wrong word. You know, their founder is the reason. Anyway, here's our delightful row of bird D&D characters for today. We have Bin Chicken Ranger and his lungfish narwhal friend, the Kakapo Druid and his fireflies, a hummingbird barbarian berserker with a great axe, and a death quail with a scythe that I looked up, so I made properly. And I think that's going to wrap us up for Friday. I feel like this is a strong D&D party of accomplishment. I feel like we should all be very proud of ourselves. Thanks for joining me today for Friday Tea Time. I have been streaming every day this week. to try and keep everybody company, but I am taking the weekend off. I need to go outside, you guys. I need to go outside and just relax a little bit. For patrons, I'm gonna post a little surprise that I dug up the other day in order to have some fun with. So if you are a patron at any level, I'm gonna post some stuff for you over the weekend. Everybody else, I will see you next week for more shelter in place. Whatever Sarah does for a few hours every day. And probably we'll go back to Subnautica. I warn you, I played a little bit while you guys were gone. I played a little bit of Subnautica, but it was just to get us to a point when we could do something that was more fun than collecting copper. So next week we'll be back to streaming. As always, I will announce when streams are happening on Twitter, and I'm going to try and vary the times. It's going to be a little bit random like it was this week because it's just going to be when I have time at random on days. And Wednesdays will probably be shorter because, again, I'll probably run into Hannah's stream and host her. Hannah's awesome. If you don't watch her stream at Hannah Combe, you should. She's great. Last week we took a POTU bar on a D&D adventure, so you should definitely check her out. And have a great weekend. Until next week, I will see you on the internet. Bye!